If you're new to fasting, or maybe you've tried it before but you're struggling to see results, honestly, I'm not surprised. There is so much mixed information trying to sell you something. Fasting Tube is independent and focusing on real information. Let's get started with today's video.
The question, will fasting for 16 hours 2 days a week help with losing fat? Fasting for 16 hours at a time is known around the health and fitness industry as intermittent fasting. Many people employ this method every day in an effort to get in shape. Yes, you can certainly lose weight with intermittent fasting. A better question is intermittent fasting the best way to lose weight for me? To answer this considerably harder question, we will need to discuss what intermittent fasting is all about. What is intermittent fasting? Intermittent fasting is not a diet, but rather a dieting pattern. In simpler terms, it's making a conscious decision to skip certain meals. By fasting and then feasting on purpose, intermittent fasting means eating your calories during a specific window of the day, and choosing not to eat food during the rest. There are a few different ways to take advantage of intermittent fasting. Regularly eat during a specific time period. For example, only eating from noon 8 p.m., essentially skipping breakfast, eating in an 8-hour window. Some people only eat in a 6-hour window, or even a 4-hour window. Skip 2 meals one day, taking a full 24 hours off from eating. For example, eating on a normal schedule, finishing dinner at 8 p.m., and then not eating again until 8 p.m. the following day. Now, you might be thinking that by skipping a meal, you just eat less than normally overall, and thus you will naturally lose weight. That's true, but there is more to the secret sauce of intermittent fasting than that. Intermittent fasting's claim to fame. With intermittent fasting, your body operates differently when feasting compared to when fasting. When you eat a meal, your body spends a few hours processing that food, burning what it can from what you just consumed. Because it has all of this readily available, easy to burn energy in its bloodstream, thanks to the food you ate, your body will choose to use that as energy rather than the fat you have stored. This is especially true if you just consumed carbohydrates/sugar, as your body prefers to burn sugar as energy before any other source. During the fasted state, your body doesn't have a recently consumed meal to use as energy, so it is more likely to pull from the fat stored in your body, rather than the glucose in your bloodstream or glycogen in your muscles/liver. The same goes for working out in this state. Without a ready supply of glucose and glycogen to pull from, which has been depleted over the course of your fasted state, and hasn't yet been replenished with a pre-workout meal, your body is forced to adapt and pull from the only source of energy available to it, the fat stored in your cells. Why does this work? Our bodies react to energy consumption, eating food, with insulin production. Essentially, the more sensitive your body is to insulin, the more likely you will use the food you consume efficiently. Your body is most sensitive to insulin following a period of fasting. Your glycogen, a starch stored in your muscles and liver that your body can burn as fuel when necessary, is depleted during sleep, fasting, and will be depleted even further during training. This further increases insulin sensitivity, meaning that a meal immediately following your workout will be stored most efficiently. 1. Mostly as glycogen for muscle stores. 2. Burned as energy immediately to help with the recovery process. And 3. Minimal amounts stored as fat. Compare this to a regular day, no intermittent fasting. With insulin sensitivity at normal levels, the carbs and foods consumed will see full glycogen stores, enough glucose in the bloodstream, and thus be more likely to get stored as fat. Not only that, but growth hormone is increased during fasted states, both during sleep and after a period of fasting. Combine this increase in growth hormone secretion with the decrease in insulin production, and thus increase in insulin sensitivity, and you're essentially priming your body for muscle growth and fat loss with intermittent fasting. The less science-y version, intermittent fasting can help teach your body to use the food it consumes more efficiently. There are many different physiological reasons for this, but the takeaway is that fasting when done properly can promote weight loss and muscle building. For more answers, or a full guideline on fasting, check out the links in the description below.